Guys, what is this? We hit 5K subs on the channel. It's freaking awesome. Thank you. I don't know if this is compliments to me or I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But it's just besides that I'm incredibly grateful. If you're semi new to the channel, the reason I started the channel was frankly I'm trying to squeeze every last bit out of life that I can. I'm a working man. I have family with 2 daughters. I try to stay fit and healthy. And in the mornings, I was walking on my treadmill for like an hour and a half every day. And I was like, I want to have something funner to do while I walk. So I started just playing video games and watching YouTube stuff, reading while I was on my treadmill. And then I was like, can I try to maybe talk to people, maybe inspire people? I don't want to put myself in like any sort of pedestal, but maybe, help 1 or 2 more people feel like there's someone out there who believes in them, right? So maybe get to meet them streaming or something. And also maybe could I monetize wasting my time, right? So that's what I wanted to do. And here we are. So started making videos, started streaming. Nothing really much was happening. For like about a year or more, I only had like under 100 subscribers, which were probably just my friends and family members, right? So nothing at all. And then I started doing reactions. And when I started reacting to stuff, I landed on my first niche, if you will. For me, I discovered Norm Macdonald. I always knew who he was, right? I knew him from like Billy Madison or those movies. I knew he had been on Saturday Night Live, right? He was Turd Ferguson. Like I knew who he was, but didn't really follow his stuff. But I watched one video and then the next and then the next and then the next. And my YouTube channel just became a documentary, if you will, of me discovering just how funny Norm Macdonald was. Mainly because he has this way of saying things you're not supposed to say, but they're like technically oftentimes true. And what do you then do in that situation, right? And he just lets it happen, and it's freaking hilarious, right? Like I think the reason I loved getting and like learning of him so much was that I feel like that was something that I was missing in our world today. Like we became so high strung in making sure that people saw us as tolerant and as good people. We didn't care about doing good things. I felt like more of us cared about seeming like we were good people. And I guess it was cathartic to watch Norm Macdonald poke fun at that. Make fun of woke tolerance, like ultra, like I'm talking like the hyper, right? Taking that to the extreme. So because of that, just to, think back about how we got to where we are now, I wanted to react from a video from I'm Not Norm. And the compilation I hope with my intro, kind of makes sense. The compilation that I'm Not Norm that she put out was laughing at inappropriate things. We'll just have a quick compilation here. A lot of these jokes will then be out of context. I have done reactions to full Norm Macdonald Live, the podcast episodes on the Patreon channel. But we're going to check this out because this is kind of where it all started. And I just felt like watching Norm Macdonald today. Right? So let's do it. And again, thank you all so much for being here. This has been one heck of a ride so far and totally intend on continuing to do this. And before we hit play, some of you guys have asked me, have I ever considered becoming like a full-time YouTuber? No. The only message I want to put out is that not like a lot of the things that we want in life, yes, they do require sacrifice, but maybe we should try to find integration first. I like sharing that I'm able to do a lot of the things that I do without giving up work or my family or things like that. So anyway, we'll address that one there. All right, guys, Let's do this. Norm Macdonald, baby.
Here, Adam, do a joke.
This was a great episode.
A good name for a dog is Syndrome. That then when he tries to attack someone, you can yell Down Syndrome. Don't laugh at that. It's not. I mean, it's
That's like a
little.
See, okay, and he always does that. He's like, "Come on, you can't laugh at that." But he wrote the joke, most likely.
I mean, That's like it was a little insensitive, I guess.
Some of the 200 Nigerian schoolgirls kidnapped by extremists in Nigeria have been forced to marry their kidnappers. And worse than that, they've been forced to laugh at their husbands' stories, even after hearing them for the umpteenth time.
You know something.
Yeah, I know.
It's very hard to make a joke about those girls who are kidnapped. When I hear about those things, that is one of the worst. You know,
and yet you got a big laugh out of yours.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got it.
Now, as an old-timey broadcaster,
Look, I'm not a bad person. I'm sorry. I just think.
do you have other old-timey broadcaster friends?
Well, Mike Wallace was a great friend. Mike was a grand guy. I said he had dementia at the end. That's funny to you. You know, Macdonald, I want to tell you.
No, it's a very odd thing to say.
If you're looking to broaden your horizons, I don't think it's
Why did we laugh?
to laugh
No,
at someone who had dementia.
Larry King's laughing.
I'm laughing that
Larry King,
you
rest in
said,
He was
you
the best.
just said
I loved him.
Mike
It was
Wallace was a
sad.
great guy. He had
It was-
dementia at the end. It has heavy-duty grilling grates. Why are you laughing? You think the grilling grates are flimsy?
No.
No, they're heavy-duty grilling grates. They deliver exactly what you need to achieve when you need to achieve that perfect steakhouse flavor. Why are you laughing? You're making a mockery out of the man grate.
The man great.
I'm pretending I know who Albert Gray
Yes.
is. I didn't.
No, Albert Fish.
Oh.
You're a New Yorker. So anyways, he was a child rapist and cannibal, as I explained.
When he's a child rapist, you try not to laugh when he looks at you.
Oh, come on, man. It's not
I
funny.
know it's not, but I know you want people to laugh.
Fish chose his victims. He only chose victims who were either mentally handicapped. Now, don't laugh at this next part, please.
But you know he wants you to, right?
No, if you
I
laugh
remember-
at this next part.
Okay, and I'm not
Fish
going
chose.
You too. Don't you dare laugh. And if you were laughing at that, how dare you? You're a horrible person. Get out of here. Canceled.
Please.
But you know he wants you to, right?
No, if you laugh at this next part.
Okay, and I'm not going to
Fish chose victims who were either mentally handicapped or African American. Oh, come on. Why would you think that's funny? God damn, Fred. Jesus Christ, that was the worst part of the story. But why do you think he did that? What would be the explanation? Why would he only attack? Why would his victims that he chose only be either mentally handicapped or African Americans?
Because people in those days didn't care when those people were vanished.
You're
right.
thinking like Albert Fish now.
And prostitutes, that's why they kill
That's right.
prostitutes.
Exactly. Nobody really cares about prostitutes. But you're exactly right. That's why Albert Fish killed only mentally handicapped and African Americans.
What about, okay.
I have watched this clip many times. It's actually, and a few times captured on this channel, and I just don't know why it's.
I thought you'd laugh at
laughed, you're
African
horrible.
Americans again, that they were.
No, because I know him. I know he'll do something. That's outrageous. How
Oh, it's
dare
kind of outrageous. Hey, for the 9th consecutive year, Nick, JetBlue Airlines ranked first for satisfaction among all North American airlines. But you know what ranked least in satisfaction? 9/11 Airlines. What a terrible name for an airline. It reminds me of that tragedy. Oh, 9/11. Yeah, oh, don't laugh at 9/11 again. 9/11.
It's almost 9/11 too. Guys, please. I'm not a bad person. I don't. You're laughing too. You're laughing too.
9/11.
Rest in peace, everybody. Like really, rest.
I tried to tell him not to laugh.
Adam.
I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada. Do you want to hear my impression of the
That's going to be you if you don't lose weight.
You want to hear my impression of the 9/11 call?
Oh my!
From Johnny Carson.
911 call.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But 9/11 was a national tragedy.
Yes, it was.
Why'd you laugh at that?
I'm 11 either.
Johnny Carson died
Worse.
I get
Okay,
headaches.
Johnny Carson died at 80 years
doing
old.
this, like, feels
Would you
better?
like to hear my impression? Were you in New York when the Twin Towers fell?
No, I was in Los Angeles.
Well, either way, it was a national tragedy. It was.
It was.
I
no.
know.
Yeah. I actually will put a
9/11.
quick plug. We'll make a quick plug. The 9/11 Museum in New York is incredible. My wife and I went there. Had an incredibly profound spiritual experience there. Man. Yeah, eye-opening to remember that happened. Where were you when that happened? I was living in the Philippines. My parents woke me up at like 5 a.m. Like me and my brother. It's like, hey, come into the room. We're gonna get down on our knees and pray as a family. This horrible thing happened in New York. It was crazy. Yeah. It's funny. I'm doing this to actually overcompensate for the guilt that I felt that for some reason this was. Yeah.
We're going to go to hell.
Yeah. That's my norm, right? I have gotten merch from here. Let's see if there's anything else. If you have any, I am going to put a link to the I'm Not Norm channel below. But there it is, 5K sub celebration. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Norm Macdonald. Still one of my lifelong dreams to meet him and Carl Pilkington now. And now freaking Harry Mack. How about that? All right, y'all. Let's go. Get after it.